Alright folks, Crappy Hijinks here with another video. I'm actually making baits this time. I've got some bait plastics 242 just getting ready to come out of the microwave. I got some other stuff set up. I've actually been making baits all day long. I'll show you those in a minute. Over 1,200 baits, 1,240 I believe to be exact. But yeah, we're actually going to make a couple of colors, finish up the order that I've been working on, and in the meantime, so I can cut down on editing and that type stuff, because I really don't know what I'm doing there. We're going to open up my new Vexilar FLX 18 because I am loading my truck. We found ice, and we are going tomorrow. It is December 7th. That is super early. We're going to go out. It's not the most desirable place that we're going to go to, but we should be able to scratch the edge. So, since I've been working all day without my gloves, like an idiot, I'm going to put them on because I did already burn myself once. So, and as my YouTube friends have told me, just hit record. So that's what I'm doing. I got a little bit better setup than I did before, I think. Hopefully I got some decent light and a decent angle. And we can do some stuff here. So, I already preheated it up. Oh, look at that. Perfect. 357. All right, we like that. Prior to the video, I did vacuum it out per my friend Adam at SDG. I heated the cup up for about 1 minute just to get it warmed up. Put it in the vac chamber here and got all the bubbles out. So I did all that ahead of time. I'm going to take my gloves off real quick. I am going to shut the fan off for just a second because part of this build is with some 8-bit baits. Where the heck are you here? There we go. 8-bit baits siren scales, and this one is motor oil. All right, those things fly all over the place, so we're gonna shut the fan off for now. I do have a big vent here with a chemical filter in it, so, and I do have my door open, so we should be in pretty good shape. I'm gonna start out 1 cup. I'm gonna start out with 30 drops. Well, 30-ish. 30-ish. And of course I'm spilling stuff. Alright, I don't need that, so I can leave that up there. Alright, motor oil is just such an amazing color. Working on a big order for a friend of mine who happens to be an electrician. And I needed some work done. So, imagine that. We both fish together. So you can imagine why I'm doing this. Alright. Beautiful. Just a basic motor oil. You know, see that there? Nothing crazy there. However, what we do have is siren scales. And what I did is I put them in a little cup. Because these are ice fishing baits, and you know, a lot of these siren scales are in, you know, some of them are big and won't really work too good in the ice fishing baits. So I'm going to attempt to go ahead and get most of that out of there. It's floating all over the place, even with the little bit of a breeze that's in here. But anyways, let's see what this looks like. Alright, so my buddy Ryan, he didn't want a whole lot of flake, but I thought that this would be a pretty cool color. So there's not much. Here, let me see if I can, playing around again. Let me see if I can get you guys over here. And then, let's see. There we go. Try to get the light out of there without dumping it all over myself. Alright, but you can kind of see. There we go. Yeah. Alright, I think you get the idea. Alright. Get you back. Alright, I tell you what, it is definitely weird trying to get this stuff all set up here. Alright. Stir that up. Put this glove on. And then, what's going to be the best angle for you guys? Yeah, we'll just do that there. Just a little. This is the first injector that I got when I first started bait making about, I don't know, 6 years ago. And I love it. It's just, it's perfect for these ice fishing baits. The little Do-It molds injector, all those are going to be beautiful. Alright. Okay. We're good there. Let's take our gloves, put that over there. Let me show you what I have been doing all day today. So, I got these this neat little kit from Vexilar years ago, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. And then Ryan wanted those baits, so I says, you know what? I'll tell you what. So, what we did. All right, try to. This light is. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so in this box we have 320 Epic bait molds. We have, this is split. This is the 1.1 inch the 1 inch leech and the 1.1 inch battle grub. Alright, so he just wanted some basic colors. He wanted white, black, and you know, that type thing. So I had a bunch of stuff here, and so I just started shooting away. So there's that one. And then this one, another 320 baits. All right, look at that there. Yep. These are the 1.2 Crappie Slayer and Crappie Crusher. Alright, so that's that. And his favorite bait is the Epic disc shaker. What is that one? And that one's that's the 1.1 as well. Alright. So that's that. So he's got 8 different colors here, and this is going to be one of them, obviously. And then we have one more color that we're going to build. I don't need to do that. So for now, these are going to cool. Again, I'm trying to cut down on the editing, so I am going to attempt to do this basically in like one type shot here. Alright, so in the meantime, whoops, what we're gonna do while this is cooling down, what I have here, it's gonna be kind of hard to see. This is the brand new Vexilar FLX 18. Most of you know that I've been with Vexilar for quite a few years. Absolutely love their products. Love using flashers. I do have a live scope system on my boat and one for the ice. Tomorrow I'm not taking it. We're trying to pack light because we're not going to be on a whole lot of ice. So I'm just going to say that and leave that right there. But let's go ahead and open this up while we're letting this sit. I don't know. Yeah, you guys might be able to see some of this stuff. But yeah, this is new this year. It's just an awesome little unit. So let's see. Charger. Let's get this out of the way. Boxes. Oh, another thing. I apologize. I have been sick all week. Actually called out one day, and I did plan on doing it that day, but I just never left the couch because it was just horrible. So if I'm sniffling a lot, I really do apologize. It's just, unfortunately, what's been going on the last couple of days. All right, real quick, I'll just read the box here on some of the features. It's got a zoom mode for 6 or 12 feet. It's got 3 color palettes to choose from. It does have a night mode. It has 2 power modes, high and low. 20 IR settings, which means if there's other people in the area with flashers, sometimes you'll get some interference, and you can switch through all those and find it and clean up your image. And it goes down to 300 feet. Nothing I will ever use, but sometimes some guys that do like lake trout fishing and stuff like that, sometimes they're fishing pretty deep. So let's take this out of the way. All right, like I say, this is just how it comes right out of the box. It has the DD100, which is a digital depth gauge. That's pretty cool. And it also monitors your battery. And you just saw me, it's right out of the box. Battery from the factory, 100%. And again, it also gives you a digital depth gauge, which is real cool to look at real quick. You're not going to see a whole heck of a lot here just because obviously I'm not in the water. So we're not going to go into too much of that detail. They do give you a cool little box, which is what I'm filling up there. I usually end up with a bunch of these because I don't use them for myself so much. So a lot of times if people are placing an order and it works out, I'll throw them in one of these. Now, it comes with the regular lead acid battery, all right? And those are a little on the heavy side. I happen to have a lithium ion, and this is the 12 volt, 12 amp hour battery. It's all charged up, ready to go. And I think what I'll do is I think we can take these out, and then we'll build our next color. And then when we shoot it, while we're waiting for that one, I might just go ahead and swap that battery out real quick. So put this stuff over here. It should be relatively simple. A couple screws, that's about it. Actually, let's leave that here. Get rid of this stuff. One thing about these Do It injectors, I've never ever changed these O-rings. I never oil them. They just work. I don't understand what it is, but I wish I could get them for the rest of my injectors. All right, let's get rid of this out of the way, so that's not in our way, and then let's get this out of the way, so that's not in our way. Oh, and you know what? Let's turn the fan back on. Hopefully that's not creating too much noise. I will be not happy. All right. one more thing. This was an order that I was working on today, an internet order. And there we go. This is crazy. I don't know which way to move stuff. Anyways, this is the Epic Backup. Alright, the Epic Backup bait. It is a core shot bait. It's an awesome crappie bait. The customer didn't want any core shots. He just wanted some solid colors. And his order was about half of that tray. The rest of it was all stuff that I throw in. That's one thing when you place an order with me, I do throw in a lot of extras. I got a bunch of, whenever I have extras, I just keep them there. And then as people place orders, I just throw them in and give them some baits that they didn't order, see if they like them, and then hopefully they do order some later on. All right, let's do this. I go clamp crazy, so I'm sorry, but I just always have, and it's just the way it is. I don't know how some of these other guys do it with 2 clamps. It makes me nervous, and I'm gonna flash everything out. So used an upside down mold as a spacer, so that I could do the 2 different heights. Alright, there's that one. So each one of these compartments has 40 baits in it. Alright, so I got the new, my luck, somebody's gonna walk in. I took advantage of the Black Friday sale from Epic Bait Molds, and I used to have just the small 1-inch disc, 1.1 disc shaker. It only does 12 baits, and this would have taken me forever. There's zero way that I would have done over 1,200 baits today. So what I did is I upgraded. I added the 28 cavity disc shaker. I added the 48 cavity Battle Grub. I added the 48 cavity 1-inch leech. Again, I had one of each of the small ones, but the Battle Grub and the leech each do 20. Again, that's like 2 packs at a time. Now I can do 6 packs at a time of those, and I can do like 4 packs at a time of these. So that's where we're at there. Open up the little one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, now I don't know how I'm gonna. I guess I can do that. Yeah, I guess you can sort of see that. Alright. I'm still getting used to which, when to zig and when to zag, basically. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, you might be a little close. Let's do this. You don't want to be right up in my face, I don't think. So yeah. So then I'm just filling up these boxes here. And I know a lot of people let them cure and for 48 hours or whatever, but these little baits, A, cure up pretty quick, and B, we're fishing tomorrow, and my friend Ryan wants his baits, so I do the same thing with my own, and I honestly have not noticed any kind of a difference. Now, as you can see, there's the difference, right? So that's 48 baits, or no, I'm sorry, 28 baits there, and then with my 12 we're at 40, which is what's in each of these. Just as my buddy Michael from Bar Down Baits, Little Dangle, he's if you haven't watched his channel, go watch Michael at Bar Down Baits. He just hit 1,000 subs. He did a great giveaway, or he's about to do a great giveaway. And he gave me a great shout out, and I'm returning the favor. Him and I are hopefully going to try and do some stuff together, maybe a live or something like that. But you know, he's awesome. He's just a great guy, and he's just crazy. I love it. He goes into these things blind and just, you know, he comes up with some great baits. I love it. I just love his style. And then another one that has helped me out a lot and is doing real well is Adam over at SDG Customs. So go check him out as well. He's done really well. He makes a lot of really cool baits, and definitely worth checking him out. I am thinking of doing a video, and what I want to do is I want to go down through my list of people that I watch, the channels that I watch, and I want to just go right down the list and do a quick shout out to everybody, and you know, explain why I like to watch them and what I learned from them and all that stuff. So it would be more like a reference video, you know, just to give you guys some ideas of channels. I've got bait making channels, obviously, a bunch of fishing channels, obviously, both saltwater and freshwater. I've really gotten into the salt the last couple of years, so there are quite a few of those. All right, moving on. Again, trying to bang this out. I don't want it to go super long. I also don't want to have to edit a whole lot, so bear with me. It'll come with practice, trust me. So I am doing 6 clamps. Some of you guys are like, what are you doing? The reason is because they're two different heights. So all right, the next one, crap, I do have to clamp this one. All right, again, that was, all right, I'm going to shut the, actually I'm not going to shut it off yet. That was already vacuumed, so all the air is out of it. And this next color is going to sort of be a color match, but what we have here is, this is this is the, what do they call this? The Mini Maker Worm. So I was lucky enough to go down to South Carolina and hang out with Jason and Amanda from Epic Baits, and a bunch of other bait makers, and they had a big get together, and we all camped on Lake Hartwell for I think it was 4 nights, 5 days, something like that. Then I got to go up to North Carolina. A buddy of mine lives there. Got to go up there and do some catfishing and stuff like that. So that was very, very cool. You know, Nate Marling was down there, Adam from SDG, Michael from 8-Bit Baits, Chad, who I stayed with from Triple C, Bobby from oh crap, what the heck's his thing? Something Swim Customs. Anyway, sorry about that, Bobby. I'm just drawing a blank right now. But anyways, I had Fish Daddy and his family. They were there. I'm trying to think who else. Those are the people that camped, and then we had a bunch of people show up for like a public get together and a cookout and that type of stuff. Very, very cool. Anyways, Last Swim Customs. That's Bobby's channel. Sorry about that, Bobby. Another great channel to watch. But again, I'm going to cover all those in a future video, and I'm literally just going to go through probably 20 or 25 channels, you know, that I watch. So, all right, let's get my gloves on, because like I said, I did burn my hands. I know you guys would probably get a kick out of that, but it hurt. So, it's got 9 seconds. go a little bit more, I think, for sure, but let's just check it. Oh man, we are close. It's the high 330s. I do see a little bit of white coming up from the bottom as I stir it. So I think another, well, we'll try 20 seconds and see what happens. We'll try 20 seconds. And I'm looking, we're already at like 26 minutes. I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to go crazy, so we're probably not going to change the battery in my Vexilar. That might be different. But in between baits, I've been running out to my truck and trying to get it loaded up and all that stuff, so it's been a busy day. Plus we have a new puppy, and I had puppy duty today, so that was challenging at best. Well, we made it. Alright. What do we got? Come on. Why is this? Well, we still need a little bit more. Still need a little bit more. Let's just do that. Anyways, this pink was a really cool pink. I'm basically going to try and do a, sort of like a little bit of a color match. I'm probably not going to get super close because I don't remember what the hell we did. But Jason let me bring the puck home from that particular worm, and this is about all I have left. So we're gonna do our best, and we're still gonna come up with a really cool color. And what we're gonna do, I think, is we got Dead On Plastics Neo Pink, and we're going to that's going to be super translucent, so then we're going to try and give it a little more opaque with some bait plastics fluorescent pink. And then the secret sauce, the solar sugar from Michael at 8-Bit Baits. All right, that was a good one. I'll have to turn the fan off for that. And then another channel, another guy I forgot to actually mention is Toby from 5-0 Customs, and he's right down there in South Carolina, very close to Jason and Amanda. And he sent me up some of this like fluorescent flake. So I've got the pink there. I showed it in the first video. I've got some like a kind of like a neon green, like almost like a lime truce type deal. This one's more of a chartreuse or yellow chartreuse. And then I think this one is orange. Yeah, this one's orange. Alright, so we'll be playing with those. Oh yeah, by the way, part of the Black Friday deal was the Epic holiday mold. So I screwed up last year. I didn't get it. I got it this year, and I got it the year before. So they're kind of a collector's items. Once they're gone, they're gone. So, but anybody that spent over $150 got one of those for free. I think you can still buy them until they're gone. That's it. It's over. All right, let's check our plastic. There we go. Yep. 355, 359. Yep, you just have to get over 350 to get everything mixed up the way it's supposed to be. Alright, let's get rid of the gloves for a minute. Alright, sorry about the sniffling. Man, it's been a rough week. Oh yeah, I want to start with the Dead On. You always want to shake the shit out of these things. Get them good and mixed up. Otherwise, you also a lot of times want to open it up. Okay, this one didn't do it. So, let's see. I'm gonna go with 40 drops just because I need to. This is pretty translucent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, Well, it's looking a little thicker than I thought. So, well, you never know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, when you get it on the spoon, it is a little translucent. All right, now let's try. Let's go with like 10 drops. How about we'll do a swirl. That's what old Mike doesn't want. It's getting kind of down there. I'm gonna have to get some more of that. That's what Michael from Bar Down Baits calls it. He does a little swirl. Yeah, we're gonna do a little swirl more. Here you go, Michael. This is for you. We're gonna do a little swirl. There we go. All right. Whatever it is, it's still going to be a really cool color. Let's thicken it up a little bit. And it looks a lot different right now, but I assure you it'll be cool. But we're shutting that off because that's going to blow this stuff everywhere. All right. We're going to start out with, let's see, this is just a pinch, but it's a pretty good pinch. Actually going to do 2. There's that. And then I don't have a real small, I guess I'm going to have to get some of them like 1/32 ones, because this stuff is. But what we're going to do is we're going to go pretty much about a quarter of a pinch. Oh my God, you can just, I don't know if you can see that. Look at how, it's just amazing. And the little spots that it kind of, splashed around is just amazing. So yeah, this is the solar sugar. Let's see what that does. All right. All righty. All right, we're starting to. It's only about 58 degrees in here. Like I said, I've got the garage door open, and it is only about 30 degrees outside. So that's quite a bit of flake. Definitely a little different than what we had, but that's okay. I'll figure it out at some point off camera, and then maybe we'll do that one again. Let's do that. I think I want to do a little bit more. I think I want to do a little bit more. used to wonder why guys dipped their spoon in the plastic to clean it off, but it actually works pretty good. So, all right. Boy, I don't think you're gonna see what it does, but all right. Oh yeah, we're getting thick here. I'm gonna have to warm this up, mix it up, shoot it, and get you guys out of here. And then I can finish loading my truck. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Let's do another 30 seconds. Adam at SDG, he does these uncuts too, but he's a lot better. He's been doing this for quite some time, and he's definitely good at it. I just don't know how to edit, which is why I'm trying to do what I'm doing. All right, what do we got here? Oh yeah, you can see that solar sugar. Only at about 305. I just want to go just a hair more. Just maybe 15 seconds. And then we'll be good. I'm glad I put that other little scoop of the solar sugar in, because now you can actually see it pretty good. I know you won't be able to see it on camera, unfortunately. And I don't think you can really see it in there because of the light, but trust me, it is the bomb. Yeah, I can. Oh man, yeah. Oh, it looks so good. Jesus, I think I went a little heavy with the flake, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Once I figure this recipe out, you can be assured that it's going in my recipe book. But yeah, that solar sugar just gives it like a metallic, like metallic spray paint or whatever, metallic paint. That's what it does. It gives it a really cool pink. Pink metallic effect. All right, let's turn that fan back on here now. Oh yeah, you might actually be able to. Oh, I don't know. You might be able to see it. Let's try and. Now that it's settled, let's turn the fan on. I'm gonna attempt. And let's see. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think so. All right. Well. Anyways, trust me when I say that it's amazing. All right. Let's get you guys right there. All right. Leave that right there. We're done with the gloves for right now. Done with that right now. This is gonna set up. All right. So yeah, I'm not gonna bore you guys by changing out that battery and stuff like that. There will be obviously some on ice videos. So I'll show you how it works. I don't know if I'm gonna take anything tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna take any cameras tomorrow, just because, like I said, I'm not really sure about this place. It's just a matter to get out there and hopefully have some fun. But what I will do is I got all my batteries. I use a electric auger like most people do these days, and this is the battery bag from Clam Outdoors, and I've got 4 batteries in here. Two big 8 amp hour batteries and two 5 amp hour batteries for my auger, which is more than enough to get me through the day. All right. They also make these cool little insulated bag to keep them warm, and when your battery is on your auger, you can put that on there. And I've got one of the bigger ones as well. In here, I also carry my camera. I have an underwater camera from Vexilar. All right, let's see here. This just came out last year, and this is just awesome. I've got a mount on my other flasher that that's what the ball mount is here. I can set that on there, and then this camera also, the head moves up and down, so you could actually drop this right down and lay it on the bottom of the water column, and then jig right over top of it and get an up view. Or you can do the opposite. You can keep it up above your lure and get a down view, or off to the side in another hole, right? And then you can see what's going on there. But yeah, so that's a super handy item. Alright, so that goes in there, nice and neat. 4 batteries, a camera, and 2 zipper pouches here for a bunch of plastics and stuff. So, those are all charged up and ready to go. Alright, so I'm going to make sure I don't forget that. That's there. A couple other little things to get ready for tomorrow. I got my clothes in the truck. I've got, let's see, I got my spud bar, I've got my boots, gloves, got my rods here, got my batteries, got a couple other little things to kind of get organized and get packed up, and hopefully get to bed here at some point. But these should be just about done. Once I get better at editing, I'll kind of spare you guys all this in-between stuff, but I tried to take it up with a little something in between there. Alright, let's do this. Alright, 43 minutes. Man, I'm sorry. That's a long video. It's hard to keep people's attention for that long, especially when you're new at it. You don't really know what you're doing. However, I'm hoping you'll stick around and keep watching. Alright, well, let's get these out. Oh, come on. Oh no. Might go right up in there. Yeah, it's hard to see. Anyways, I can assure you it is a really cool pink. Those go there. There. And I'm sure Ryan's going to like it, and I know I'm going to be making some myself. Alright. Yep. Everything's perfect. There we go. 40 baits to throw in the box. Not going to make you guys go through that. But hopefully tomorrow we're going to get on some fish. It'd be nice. Again, it's a spot I think I fished it once. But there's supposed to be some crappies there and some bluegills. We'll see what happens. It'll be good just to walk on water again. And yeah, look forward to the next couple of videos. Hopefully, like I said, I've got one I'm going to do a reference video where I'm just going to talk to you. Hopefully you don't get too bored, but you're going to find a lot of real helpful information about a lot of really cool channels. And I have a bunch of blackfish footage from one of the last trips I went on. I'm trying to piece all that together. I just got to film a little intro with the gear I was using and you know how we were catching them and that type of thing. And then it's just going to be a bunch of fish catches. So not super organized, but it should be pretty cool. And then we'll go from there. I got some other ideas coming up. Got a custom mold that I built a few years ago that I had built for me. I'm sorry. I built the bait, sent you know some baits out to a guy that makes molds, and he made me some molds. So we'll do that in one of the videos as well. But for now, I have to finish loading my truck to get out on first ice. First week in December. Here in Connecticut, that is generally unheard of. It's my buddy Tyler Johnson's birthday today, so tomorrow that'd be a really nice birthday present if we can get out and get on some fish. So that's what we're going to do. So until next time, I'm out. See ya.